Hello, welcome back to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my first look of Sword Coast Legends. That's right, we're on episode 3, folks. In the last episode, we cleared out most of level 1, went to level 2, cleared out some stuff there. Then I remember there was a door that I missed. We came back, we finished off clearing out level 1, gathered up some loot I also apparently missed, and now we're heading back down to level 2. This is a 3-level dungeon with a boss at the end of the 3rd level. We also managed to level up on our main character, Chimera the Rogue, and it's okay. We'll see how we progress so far. We haven't run into a whole bunch of issues, but I mean, a little bit further on, we might start running into a lot of significant little things. We'll see.
Of course.
Now, there was a trap that I ran into at some point, so I'm a little hesitant to just run full reckless abandon style here, but we'll see. Alright, gonna open the door, go into stealth, and I was able to hide. I'm gonna try to sneak in there a bit further, though. Oh, there's a whole bunch of bad guys. We're falling back immediately here. Alright, well, Hamid looks like he's having a pretty bad time. We're gonna go and turn that. I'm gonna back out with her, hopefully. Alright, what we're going to do now is chuck out this attack. We'll be able to drop this guy despite him being unconscious. I should be able to go back to stealth. There it is. And we should be attacking for much, much more damage than we were before with how we leveled up.
I can do that.
So that was a pretty, you know, numbers-wise, it was a pretty even fight, maybe. They had a few more, or at least one more person than we did. But our folks apparently way, way more powerful. So I gotta say, that fight definitely didn't favor them in any way.
At once.
There doesn't seem to be anything in this room either, which is a bit disappointing. So I guess we'll move on to where we were before, which is way over here somewhere. And see where this takes us next. It seems to be a door over here. There seems to be... We're not paused or anything, are we? No. People are moving. There seems to be a hallway up here that leads somewhere, and then this is a dead end? Yeah. Indeed it is. Alright. Well, there's a door this way, so let's go back up this way, actually. This might be a good idea. We'll see. Could be totally wrong, though. It might be an absolutely terrible idea. I don't know.
As you wish.
We'll just have to wait and see. Alright, what are we up against here? Mercenary recruits, Gilded Eye Assassin, more mercenary recruits, and a mercenary cleric. Gonna move you here. Gonna have you come around the corner and start laying into this guy.
Let them come right away.
Gonna sneak on past him here. And apparently we've been seen. So we're going to back away.
At once.
We're gonna attack the assassin as he runs amidst all of our folks. We're still missing one of the assassins. I don't know what happened to him.
How may I say?
It's possible that we managed to kill him at some point. I was just unaware of it, but I don't know for sure.
Well done.
Alright, the mercenary recruit can be looted. We will go and do that. A pendant, some gold, other various things.
By your
Right now, guys, in this pre-release version, unfortunately, gear doesn't seem to do anything. It's all basic gear. There's nothing super spectacular or special about it. So, not great, but I'm going to have to assume that once the game fully releases, the gear that you find will, in fact, be better than the gear that we currently have, or all the defaulted gear. And we'll actually be able to outfit our characters and such in a way that we can actually become more powerful than our basic starting gear. That seems to be the play. Okay, oh, we can even switch weapons on the fly there, which is kind of neat. Alright, we're going to try to send our sneaky individual in.
Right away.
Wow, we like don't even move at this point. It's a little silly. Alright, let's take a peek at what we're up against. A bunch of mercenaries, a Gilded Eye Scout, and a cleric. Alright, all that being said, let's send them all after the scout. I'm going to try to send my sneaky person around the backside of this.
I can do that.
And we're going to go after the cleric here. And unfortunately, it didn't do much for us there. We'll attack that. We'll go into stealth and attack again. Oh, there we go. We got a nice crit going on. And we're going to switch over to our boy here. He's doing some pretty decent work. We'll move him up. have him help out with the
What
cleric.
is it you require?
The cleric is down. Now with this,
Over here!
we can do quite a significantly large amount of damage there, which was nice.
Be strong.
And victory is ours. Alright, so we took all 3 of those guys down. Plus the cleric beforehand. Or was there 4? 4 in the cleric? I'm not sure. I thought there were 3 mercenaries, the cleric, and the scout, but maybe it was 2 and 1. And then the scout. We'll see. Alright, looking around, I don't see anything extra that we missed, so I assume that when we go into this room,
Yes.
bad Juju Magumbo is going to befall us. I'm not sure. We're going to actually use our
At your service.
extra awareness ability here and see if we can't find anything else that wants to murder our souls. Looks like our souls are going to stay intact for right now. Meanwhile, we're going to continue to sneak on in, and I think we pretty much did it. Like, I don't see any reason for us to hold back anymore. I mean, we're here.
Right away.
I think we've also managed to do the entire map. Do we have a overall map? Oh, good, we do. Is there a way to scroll the map? Okay, with the middle mouse button you can scroll the map. So unless there's some sort of hidden pathway or door... Oh, and you can right-click and actually... Huh, that's kind of interesting. You can leave a marker there if you wanted. Okay, well, it looks like we're going to go down to the next area, people. Wish me luck. I'm a little bit scared. We're level 2. We're not quite... Well, we're not really even close to level 3. It's at 900 experience. We're at 437. We're not even halfway. We're close to halfway, but we're not quite there yet. So we will descend one step further into the dungeon. It is here that the boss will be somewhere. We don't know exactly where, but in some random room, the boss will exist. Hopefully we get a bit more experience and can maybe level up one more time before the boss fight. We'll see, though. We'll see. If this goes super well, guys, I may choose to do one more run after this, or I may just wait until the game actually fully releases, folks. Like I said, my goal was to get somewhere between 3 and 5 episodes depending on how things went, and I'm totally okay if this actually just plays out the way I'm hoping it will.
How may I serve?
I'm totally okay with just going with the 3, guys, and then you'll just have to wait eagerly until the game actually releases. Alright, there's a hobgoblin there, goblin shaman, another goblin shaman. Alright. Well, I'm going to start moving that way. We're going to pause, grab up our other folks, have them come in. I'm going to go after the shaman in the back.
Of course. I can do that.
And here we go.
Yes!
The attack is real. Oh, but we've upset some spiders.
At once. Some healing.
Oh, the spiders hurt.
This should be great.
Alright, where is our healer? Our healer is way in the back there. We're going to move her forward and cast a heal out on Chimera.
Be strong.
I think I'm dying.
Yeah, you're kind of tanking something that you probably shouldn't be.
Yes?
Alright, so the goal is now for you not to do what you're doing.
Right away.
For you to come around behind and attack this guy.
Gotta fight through the pain.
Alright, this is kind of working out. I'm not sure what those guys are doing. They're just like, hey, you know what? We want to watch. This is a little bit creepy. Not gonna lie. It is a bit creepy. Alright, we're gonna not hopefully grab both guys, but only one. We're gonna get Chimera to move away. Oh, she just walked right back into it, despite me telling her not to. That's pretty awesome. We're gonna resurrect her, though.
Here.
Oh, I wasn't dead, was I?
No, I wasn't dead, was I? Well, define dead. Define dead. Alright, so we managed to do that. Chimera's just all like, bah! She's running in.
Go ahead.
Super angry, charging at full, capacity here.
What is it you require?
Apparently we have stone skin or something on right now as well. I'm not sure, but we're going to go over here and we're going to try to get this kill. Big old nasty hits there. 15 and 19 damage and the kill. And apparently the Goblin Shaman are pacifists as of, well, I guess this particular level.
Victory.
Because they didn't really fight back. They just kind of ran from us in, well, a pretty big way. Gotta say, it wasn't super menacing, the fearful cower and hide from me attack there that they did. Mostly because it wasn't really an attack, it was just kind of what they did. Okay, well, I'm hoping that we heal up. There we go, there's a little bit of love and healing. Alright, let's sneak on over here and see what we can see.
I can do that.
Looks like a room full of nothing. It's my favorite kind of room. Alright, so that really didn't work out. So what we're going to do is actually head back that way. And see what we can make happen. We'll do it without being stealth too. I think that's probably a decent play. And for some reason she decided not to continue walking. It's okay.
Call this a challenge?
Oh, there's foes ahead, and we're not there yet. Alright, well,
Appreciate that.
I guess we're gonna see
All
what
right.
befalls our heroes here. We're gonna attack the Abyssal Rat. We're gonna come over here with Chimera, have her stealth on in, take down the Goblin. Bam! Big hits from the Goblin. Or on the Goblin, rather. Alright, Jarhild is going to use whatever his shout is on
At your
Chimera. It's going to make her more powerful than ever before. We're going to come out over here and attack the Abyssal Rat. The Abyssal Rat's like, I got this, don't even worry.
My aim. I could use some help here.
That's not my cheese, mother.
That's not my cheese, mother. What does that even mean? That's creepy. Apparently, he's either lactose intolerant, and like his mother's like, no, you get no cheese. Or, which is weird because she didn't really sound like a female when I did that voice. Or perhaps he was a cheese thief, or I don't know. I don't really know why you would say that's not my cheese mother, but well, apparently it's a thing. All right, we also apparently missed a chest of sorts. Let's go back and grab that up. There is a mace and an umberly carving. Again, none of this stuff seems to matter all that much. I'm really hoping that we kind of heal up here. And it doesn't really look like a whole bunch of healing is happening right now.
How may I serve?
Which is a bit unfortunate. Alright. Let's see, what do we have next? We're going to have to come through this door, and I don't see anyone yet, which is actually pretty good. I'm going to move up in stealth, and there is clearly a warg there, a spider as well, and then a phase spider. That sounds very dangerous. But it is simply what it is. We're going to go after it in a minute, and apparently we're going to use our hidden dagger instead of staying in stealth like a normal person.
Be
I can do
strong.
that.
Okay, we paralyzed the spider, which is pretty epic, by the way.
I'm getting low.
Okay, we're attacking. I don't know why we're the only ones attacking, though. That does seem a bit odd to me.
By your leave. At once.
Alright, well, we are attacking. We're going to attack the warg now, wake him up. Oh man, he almost dropped us. That's not great. We're going to invis and hope that we can actually get a heal or two. I mean, our healer's not really throwing out them heals.
This will help.
Alright, gonna move here. Going to get Hamet to attack, I guess. And Jarhild. And then we're going to move our gal over.
Ready.
And the phase is there. Ooh, big hits from stealth. And we got healed once again, and we survived. Very little bit of damage.
Match.
We'll take up the gold. Again, we're getting very little gold. We're getting very little experience. Usually the Dungeons and Dragons based games, you tend to get less experience, gold, items, whatever the case is. And the upgrades are very minor, but they all make a lot of difference. Whereas some games you get like so much stuff that it doesn't really matter one way or the other. Charms or charming? What? Alright, there's a bunch of goblin flunkies, and then there's 2 phase spiders. I'll assume that the phase spider's going to be kind of a big deal. So what we're going to do is try to bait it with our people and see if they won't come over to us. And they are, but at what weird and horrible, wretched cost.
I got it.
Hamet's going to have to back out.
Good
We're going to
idea.
move forward here, and we're going to cast the Paralyzing Shout. We're going to try to take this guy down. Cure Wounds are coming out pretty nicely, and it looks like we've actually done some work here. Stealth attack is working. Our healers survived, and yes, with the correct grouping of skills there, we got through it. Illidia survived.
I hear you.
Very nice. And she leveled up, which is good. So, the Priestess of Shanahanahin. Let's see, what can we get for you? Well, we can get Bark Skin, we can get Entangle, we can get Goodberry. Conjures a berry infused with magic and tosses it to an ally, healing them for 9 to 12 hit points. That actually seems pretty good, and I'm going to learn it. We can increase it for 14 to 19 hit points. Maybe. We'll see. Before we go that route, let's see here. The Divine Strike we already know. We already know Healing Ward. Or Word, I guess. Sorry. 7 to 8. How much is it? 10 to 14 there. That seems fairly decent. Let's learn that one. Let's increase it just a bit more. Prayer of Healing conjures a wave of divine energy that refreshes the caster's allies. Each ally within 8 yards will regain a lot of hit points. Or a lot of hit points. Alright, well. That seems good, but we don't have the double points to get it. And then Cure Wounds here will allow us to get a little bit better. So next time she levels up, assuming we're going to continue to play, or we're able to, and she keeps her levels, we'll probably snag up a Prayer of Healing next. We'll go for the 2 points on that. We'll spring for it. But I like what we've got. I think that that's actually pretty darn decent there. And let's see. I guess we can probably get rid of the search button, maybe. I don't know how to outfit these things, unfortunately. Do we right click? Do we left click? It looks like we can left click and drag. So I'm okay with that. What is this? This is Healing Word 2. I'm going to move our next heal over there as well. We'll move this over. That's a bless. This is a cure. And then I guess we can go into our skill tree and our abilities here. And grab the berry throw. Put that onto the hotbar. There we go. I like that. I like that. And I think I'm pretty sure that we just gained additional strength with what we already had. I'll take another real quick peek with our rogue, but I'm pretty sure we got this, and then didn't we get something else? Maybe we only had the 2 points. Yeah, you know what? I think we only had the 2 points, so that's what we ended up getting. How close are we to the next level? We're 621 out of the 900. We're getting there. We're close, but we're not quite there yet. And unfortunately, it does not appear that there's any more nastiness in here for us to level off of or gather up. So we're going to come this way. And we did miss something back here to actually loot. So we're going to come back and loot the warg. There it is. I'm trying to loot the warg, but it's not really working. Alright, we're going to come over here. And apparently there's a bunch of people over here. So what we're going to do instead of that, which was running into all these people, we're going to move around behind them carefully, hoping that none of them are very good at their jobs. And it looks like we have bugbears that we're going to be up against. So we're going to go and attack, I guess, the goblin flunky. I said attack, but they all wanted to move there instead. So what I'm going to do is sneak on over to Mad Dash on the alchemist here. Sneak attack was impressive, apparently really impressive, because we managed to actually drop him right there.
I could use some help
As you
here.
wish.
Well, I stealthed, and it was okay. Why is no one else doing anything?
How
Like
may
they
I
just
serve?
they're just like, oh well, we knocked somebody unconscious. That's fine. We don't need to deal with it anymore. We'll go after the bugbear here with a double crit, with a boom boom. It's like we're watching an episode of Law and Order all of a sudden, guys. Go after the bugbear again. We're gonna go into stealth and try to take another swing, and it looks like victory
You have my
is
blessings.
ours again. With
Breathe, friends.
hey,
We survive once again.
we did survive once again, and we got another level up on one of our characters. What? All right, a longsword is there, which is pretty nice, pretty nice. All right, let's level up good old Hamit over here. And I think Magic Missile 2 wouldn't be terrible. What is this? Mage Armor. Magic Missile 2. What did that do? Oh, we get 1 extra Force Missile. I'm not super thrilled with that. What is this? Ray of Enfeeblement. Thunder Wave. That doesn't seem too bad. 1 point. Sure, we'll learn that. Why not? Why not? Alright, what else do we have? What else? We have 2 points remaining. Okay, we have Firebolt, which is a cantrip. Let's see here. Immolation Sphere. That seems pretty epic too. Let's learn that. And then what is this? Overchannel. Nah, I don't think we're gonna go with Overchannel. And then we're back to manipulator, or no, maybe we never at manipulator. Magic weapon, okay. What is this? Transmuter gets us invisibility. We don't have enough points to buy that one, unfortunately. And again, same thing with all this stuff. It's pretty cool. Summon monster, or a summoner. We can hold monster. We can conjure an animal. That would have been pretty good to get. Cloud of daggers. Alright, so I guess we'll grab one more. Oh, we don't have enough now? Oh, we already used all his points. I forgot he only had 2, if I'm not wrong. Unless we grabbed one skill that actually required 2, I'm not entirely certain. Alright, it looks like there's a door there. So I generally prefer to clear out all places that don't have doors before I go into any actual doors. So that's going to be the move. I'm going to come into this room and see if there's anything in here that we have to deal with. And it's looking like there is not a single thing in this room. In any way, shape, or form. Alright, we're going to come over here to the doorway. And we are going to open it. And we are going to see a lot of nothing. And then we're going to use our stealthy gal. And she's going to sneak on forward and hopefully find something out. Nope, she just found another room. Well, that's that, I suppose. And there is a chest over here, of course. With a pike and some other random stuff. Alright, I imagine this may be the boss room, guys and gals. We may be getting wrecked right now. Oh boy, there is a whole army of people. Oh yeah, this is a boss room for sure. Alright, let's see if we can't actually accomplish something here.
Yes? Can someone heal me?
You have my blessings.
Alright, so what I think we're going to do at this point is we use the potion of hill giant strength. Actually, I don't want to do that. Not on her. I want to do that on our dwarven warrior, the potion of the hill giant strength, which I don't see. Ironically enough, where is it? There it is. We shall drag that down, and we shall use it right now. Okay, so the Mercenary Leader is coming in. We're going to turn to fight the Mercenary Leader, and we're going to use our Paralyzing Shout. I'm going to send Chimera on in and see if she can't drop some of these Mercenary Clerics that are actually just doing tons and tons of work against us.
Sure.
We're going to move in here as well with our boy. And here comes a giant thunder wave of death! It did some decent damage there. And I think we're going to actually swap over and deal with this mercenary that's beating on our person. And we do not have enough damage to actually keep these people from dying, which is not great. Regeneration, we're going to use that. Potion of regen.
Over here! Help!
Hey, this will help.
Huh, this is still not going super well. Alright, well, we're going to be able to finish him off fairly simplistically, I would say. Going to come over here and touch this guy. Chilling touch. And then I think we're going to focus all the rest of our folks onto this guy. Alright, now we're going to go after this one, and hopefully Jar Hill can hold the line there up against our other compatriot, getting wrecked a little bit. We're going to throw out our heal onto our healer, or sorry, onto our warrior here. There it is. The warrior is healed, and we're hanging in there, guys. We're hanging in there. And the bless is out as well. And it looks like our rogue is going to be able to finish off the last of the clerics, and now everybody onto the Mercenary Leader. We're going to spin around and watch this beautiful fight come out. There's the nice sneak attack, double attack, and the Mercenary Leader is down. The quest is completed, and victory is ours. Alright guys, well that is a pretty awesome way to finish up this first look. This is exactly what I was hoping we would be able to do. I had my doubts after the first attempt there, guys. It didn't go super well, but in the end I gotta say, it worked out pretty nicely for us. We managed to take down all the horrible... The triple clerics was a little bit of a challenge because we couldn't just take them out with our rogue. We would get the guys all the way down to near death, and then they would actually survive because they would just heal each other. So we really kind of had to either focus fire and or split damage. a little bit of everything, I'm afraid, had to happen there because we couldn't let... Like, we did our heavy damage we did on one character, and it was focused mainly on one of the clerics with our rogue. So Chimera was up there just tearing it to shreds, cutting it to pieces, and it would get low, and then just the heal bombs would come out and keep it alive. Meanwhile, while that was all going on, our warrior and the rest of our folks were attacking some of the other mercenaries and the mercenary leader on the other side, and they were getting occasional heals, so it took a lot to just burst through what was left over, except for the mercenary leader at the bottom, and then to come up and actually burst down one of the clerics. Once the first one fell down, then the rest all tumbled like dominoes. Alright, we're going to head back into camp, and we're going to go visit the stores and stuff just to show you guys what's around the camp, so you'll see. You'll see, but definitely a cool little feature here. If you just want to, like I said, you want to hop in, do a short dungeon or a long dungeon, you can make it as long as you want, but you just dungeon crawl with a couple of buddies, and just have a lot of fun with it. So let's check out the armor merchant here. And it looks like there are some upgraded things that might actually, I don't know if it'll carry over or what the deal is, but they have +1 dexterity, I mean, all sorts of cool stuff. So I'm a pretty big fan of this, as I'm sure you can imagine. Alright, 1 to dexterity, it's cloth. 1 to dexterity is also cloth. This is medium, this is medium. Well, that's kind of disappointing. There's nothing there for leather. Alright, let's go take a peek over at the weapons merchant now. And the weapons merchant seems to have normal stuff, plus a crossbow, which looks like it's probably pretty epic. So a little bit of an epic crossbow there. It looks like we could sell some stuff if we were so inclined. I mean, there's really no point in not selling it, right? So let's just sell some of these things. I mean, it is what it is. We could probably double-click to sell, too. We'll give that a shot here in a sec. Let's see, double-click? Yeah, the double-clicking sells as well. There's a couple great axes there. All sorts of random things. Alright, and finally, let's go over to the potion merchant and see what's available there. And actually quite a few different potions. Potion of Exuberance. All ability cooldowns, and this is Supreme Healing. We figure out what that does, obviously. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think this is actually pretty good. I wonder what item we actually ended up getting there. Because we were supposed to get some sort of trinket for being victorious against the enemy there. And it looks like we have some chains and some pelts and some pendants and stuff, but I don't think there was anything extra special that we got. No, it doesn't look like it, so we got robbed. We got robbed. I don't know. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we did. I'm not sure. It's okay, though. It is okay. But that's pretty much a dungeon crawl in a nutshell, folks. And, of course, you can go back in, add stuff, up the difficulty, or whatever the case is. And that's going to do it for this first look at Sword Coast Legends. Hopefully you had fun with me. I will be covering this when it does finally release on Steam. And I hope that you have a blast with it as well. It releases on October 20th. And you can pre-order it now. You can also pre-order the digital deluxe and all that wonderful fun stuff. The regular game is 13% off on Steam right now. And I'm sure it's also going to release on a few other platforms, though I'm not certain which ones. All the information I can find on it, I will gather up and let you know about in the description of the video.
What is it you require?
And that's going to do it for now. So I will see you guys next time with another first look. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.